Hey everyone, I'm Tara.
And I'm Jeff. Yes, we actually chose to live in a tiny home on wheels together.
And this is Reviewed Adventures, where we share RV tips, tricks, campground reviews, and all of the weird, wonderful, and sometimes what were we thinking moments from the road.
We'll tell you which RV parks are a must, which ones are a bust, and how to avoid learning the hard way like we did. Chalk blocks are in fact not optional.
So, whether you're a full timer, a weekend warrior, or just secretly here to laugh at our mistakes, there's something for everyone.
Grab some snacks, subscribe, and come along with us for the ride. I'll do the driving if I can find my keys.
And I'll run the GPS.
So, come
come
on,
on, let's roll.
This is where it all started for us. Our Springdale. 32 feet, simple, and a great trailer to get us into the RV life. The Springdale taught us a lot: how to tow, how to set up camp, what works, and what doesn't. We had some great adventures in this thing: road trips through South Carolina, Louisiana, Texas. It definitely gave us the RV bug. But after a while, we realized we wanted something bigger, with more storage, better insulation, and a little bit more comfort since we spend so much time in it. The Springdale was awesome for starting out, but we knew we had to upgrade. And that's when we found our Brinkley. Total game changer. The layout just works for us. It's built solid, way more comfortable, and it feels like a home instead of just a camper. Don't get me wrong, the Springdale was the perfect first step. Affordable, easy to learn on, and it gave us the confidence to tow and travel. But the Brinkley, this is the upgrade that makes long trips and extended stays way more enjoyable. If you're just getting started, a Springdale or something like it might be perfect. But if you're looking to go bigger and long term, that's where something like the Brinkley comes in. But one good thing about having an RV is when you pull over at a gas station and the line for the bathroom is too long.
Hey guys, we're on our way to our next adventure. While we were driving on the road, we decided we wanted to chit chat a little bit about some of our life lessons that we've learned. What's something you've learned on the road?
One of the life lessons I've learned on the road is that if a marriage can survive backing up a 38-foot RV into a campsite, it can survive anything.
Facts. You can survive anything. Owning an RV is a lot like a long-term relationship. You're always maintaining it, working on it, ensuring that it's strong.
You say you were talking about our RV or the marriage?
I said the RV, you never listen. So patience, problem solving, and laughing are definitely things that are going to get you through this life.
Yeah, because when you're RVing, it's not about if it's going to happen, but when it's going to happen.
So life lessons from the road. You're welcome.
Got shuffleboard, basketball, playground set, something for everybody. 2 dog parks, one for larger dogs, one for smaller dogs. They're pretty big. So Gettysburg Battlefield Resort does have an arcade room. It's got some air hockey. It's got a change making machine. It's got a couple video games, pinball, and of course, mechanical arms. Our first adventure took us to the Gettysburg National Military Park Museum and Visitor Center. We took a quick pic with Honest Abe and then we went inside. The tickets were reasonably priced and we got a military discount. If you're active duty, the museum is free. Our admission got us a movie about the battle, narrated by Morgan Freeman, a view of the cyclorama, and multiple exhibits to tour. After finishing up with the museum, Tara downloaded the self guided audio tour app and off we went. The self guided tour was really good. All of the major monuments and battlefield sites are in numerical order, which made it real easy to follow. As we were driving the tour, we realized all the southern monuments are on one side of the road and all of the northern monuments are on the other. Gettysburg was the largest battle ever fought on the continent, with about 165,000 soldiers engaged. It was an accidental battle. Neither army planned to fight at Gettysburg, they just collided there. Gettysburg is considered the major turning point of the Civil War, stopping Robert E. Lee's invasion of the North. It is estimated that about 51,000 soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing in just 3 days. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address lasted only 2 minutes but became one of the most famous speeches in history. The funny thing is, Lincoln wasn't even the main speaker. The main speaker was Edward Everett, a congressman from Massachusetts who gave a 2-hour speech. Today, Gettysburg National Military Park spans over 6,000 acres, making it one of the best preserved battlefields in the world and is often called one of the most haunted places in America, with countless ghost stories tied to the battlefield. For the audio tour, there are 16 stops. We broke it up into 2 days, completing 8 in the evening and 8 in the morning. We arrived at Little Round Top at sunset and it did not disappoint. Little Round Top was the far left of the Union line. On July 2nd, 1863, this rocky hill was nearly undefended when Confederate troops attacked. Recognizing the danger, Union General Governor Warren rushed soldiers here just in time. At the very end of the line stood 20th Maine Infantry, commanded by Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain. After fierce fighting and nearly out of ammunition, Chamberlain ordered a daring bayonet charge down this slope. That unexpected move drove the Confederates back and secured the Union flank. Holding Little Round Top was critical. Had the Confederates taken this hill, they could have swept across the Union army. Instead, the Union line held, and Little Round Top became one of the most famous stands in American military history. Little Round Top has come to symbolize courage, leadership, and holding firm under immense pressure. It remains one of the most visited and emotional spots on the battlefield today. If you're hungry in Gettysburg, one of the most memorable places to eat is the Dobbin House Tavern. Built in 1776, it's the oldest standing house in town, and stepping inside feels like stepping back in time. The stone walls, low ceilings, and flickering candle lights make you feel as if you're dining in the 18th century. During the Civil War, this house served as a station on the Underground Railroad and later as a hospital for wounded soldiers after the Battle of Gettysburg. Today, you can enjoy hearty colonial-style dishes from freshly baked bread to prime rib and crab cakes, all served by staff in period attire. It's more than a restaurant, it's an experience. Eating here lets you taste a bit of history while soaking in the same atmosphere soldiers, doctors, and townspeople once knew during some of Gettysburg's darkest and most defining days. So we just finished up being at the Gettysburg Battlefield Resort and National Park. What were some of your likes and dislikes about the resort?
So for me, I found that the resort offered multiple amenities for all age ranges. The kids had playgrounds, volleyball, basketball, gaga ball, which I've never played before, but shuffleboard. They had a community center right there in the center of the campground that offered a schedule of activities ranging from arts and crafts to bingo to sometimes during the summer they had concerts. So for me, that was definitely a plus. Unfortunately, we were there for a short period of time, so we didn't get to really partake in some of those amenities, but they were definitely great to be offered. What about you?
So I really liked the location of the park in conjunction to the national park. It was an easy drive, maybe like 5 minutes outside of the battlefield. I too also liked how big it was. Even though it had a lot of people there, it didn't seem crowded as there was enough room for us to spread out. Um, the pool was ginormous. It was awesome. Seeing all the kids out there playing in it. They also had a fishing pond. And where we were at in the park, I liked where we were nestled against the woods. So, what were some of your dislikes?
So for me, I would have to say my number one was the fact that we didn't have a sewer connection hookup. But we knew that going in, that was what we reserved, and we wanted to try it out. We wanted to experiment a little bit because that's something we've never done before is camping without the sewer connection. So we checked that off our list, and it's something that we have found that we personally just prefer to have. What about you?
Yeah, I dislike not having sewer as well. But I will say on the pro, they did have a very convenient dump station right in the center of the RV park that we were able to use before leaving. Luckily, it was only 2 days, so we didn't get too full. It was kind of easy to manage. But the con was not having sewer and having gone up to use the camp restroom. They had weird hours and were closed at like the times when most people would be going from like 7 to 8 in the morning, right when you wake up. Also, the country store hours were kind of weird. It was just for our schedule, we couldn't get in there because they were only open at little time blocks that we weren't around. So we didn't even get to go see the store. Not that that's a big deal, but got to collect those magnets, people. So the battlefield. What did you think about the battlefield overall?
Oh, I really like the battlefield. And I know that history isn't for everybody, but you do not have to be a history buff to go there and appreciate the scenery, the history, there is a feeling just being on the battlefield. And as two individuals who are veterans and have served, it's just something that we really feel drawn to and appreciate going and seeing where those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. It was a definite bonus for me.
Yeah, it was amazing. To what you're saying, being in the military, being a veteran, and kind of knowing what it means to have the high ground and sitting in the defense to probably, play throughout your mind what these two armies went against each other, and then kind of you still just feel like their presence is there. It's something I didn't realize I needed to experience, and I am so glad I did. So overall, what would you say about Gettysburg? Must or a bust?
It's a must.
It is a must.
Definite must. We will definitely be back because, like we have mentioned many a times, there's just so much to do in Gettysburg that we didn't even hit the surface. We just toured the battlefield and did the visitor center museum, but they have haunted ghost tours, numerous restaurants, other activities outside of the history related items that we just didn't even get to experience. And it's a beautiful area. The countryside is beautiful, so it's a definite must for me. What about you?
Yeah, if you haven't seen Gettysburg or visited it, you got to do it. Part of our American history. You got to see it.
At this location, we learned a valuable lesson. We were unhooking the fifth wheel, and I received a phone call which distracted us. So, in the unhooking procedures, we missed a step, and that was very valuable. Don't forget the chalk blocks.
They are a must. So what happened was we didn't put the chalk blocks down. Um, then I started taking the hitch apart and opening up the tailgate, and the sight was a little bit at a slant, and the RV came right out of the hitch because I took the safety pin out, and it fell onto the bed of my truck. It gave both of us a heart attack. It took probably about 5 minutes for my heart to stop beating fast, but we were able to think swiftly, not overreact, get the stabilizers down, and lift it off of the truck with no damage to the RV or the truck, and everything is fine. But valuable lesson learned. Until next time,
Come on, let's roll.